Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cody Goldsworthy. I am the owner of NIT CPAs, and we are the CPA firm for real estate professionals and investors because we help our clients save thousands each year in taxes. My firm is based out of Grosse Pointe, Michigan, but we operate completely virtual, helping clients all throughout the United States. We are a outsourced tax accounting and finance solutions for our clients who operate within the real estate space. And today we are going to be going over what agents should be doing when their commissions are greater than $250,000. Last week we did what agents should be doing if they're between 100 to 250, and then the week before that we did a video on what agents should be doing if they're making less than $100,000 a year in commissions. So if you're interested in those videos, go ahead and take a look. But I do have a slide deck prepared to talk through today. All right. Agents with commissions over $250,000. When we have agents in this field, we really want that mindset shift from salesperson to business owner. If you are here just servicing clients that your brokerage or your real estate group is providing you, you're probably grinding out a lot of hours. Um, we need to do two things here. We need to, one, assess how we can get some time back, and then two, how can we become more profitable? First, let's talk time. We need to start analyzing what your biggest time sucks are and start hiring people. So whether it's administrative assistants, transaction coordinators, virtual assistants, cold callers for lead generation, whatever that looks like, however your business operates, you need to figure out what is taking up a majority of your time and what, more importantly, do you not like to do so that you have a business that you actually enjoy. You're no longer looking at how much things cost, right? I just had a conversation with one of our clients about this, about hiring a transaction coordinator. And he's like, I'm gonna spend how much money to have someone do this? Like this is so easy, but that's really not the way you want to look at it. You want to look at it as how much time is this taking from me? My hourly rate is worth more than that time. I'm going to hire somebody to come and take that over for me so that I can focus on higher value tasks. Um, if you're doing everything yourself right now, just identify those items that you want to get off your plate and start creating some standard operating procedures. Start writing down the timelines of a transaction, right? What documents are needed? How do we communicate with clients? What do we want that to sound like? What do we want our outreach to clients to look like, right? Like start documenting how a transaction looks for you and how you want someone in your team to do that for you. That way, when we do hire this person, say it's a transaction coordinator, we can hand them over, whether it's a Google folder or whatever it is, of here's the procedure that you're going to go through, here's the timeline, and here's how we're going to communicate with our clients. That way, they have, first of all, something they can hit the ground running with. But then also, we have something to judge them upon, right? We're laying out these expectations for them. So that way, when they are working for us, if they're not doing what it is you want them to do, say like they're not friendly enough in their communications with clients, I would require that they CC you on all communications with your clients. If they're not communicating in the way that you want, create some email templates that you can give to them so that way they know the communication style that you want to have with your clients. And if they're not reaching that, now we have something that we can judge them off of. So that was one, right? How can we get some of our time back to profitability? If you're part of a team where your commission split is much more favorable for you to be generating your own leads, let's start investing in lead generation. I find my Florida clients, I don't know why this is, but my Florida agents kill it with lead generation. They're just much more keen to this than in other markets. I have an agent in Florida who does over $500,000 in commissions by sending out mailers, and she has a team of 10 cold callers. Her commission splits are much higher if she brings in her own leads compared to if she takes leads from her broker. And she's basically cut off taking leads from her broker. She only wants to work on her own leads because she can make a lot more money with a lot less sales volume. And not only that, but she's considering starting her own real estate group or starting her own brokerage. If she does that, she already has a proven marketing channel that she can turn the faucet up or down on. So she can go start her own real estate group. Maybe she's servicing all those leads that are coming in, but she can start bringing on, an agent, another agent. She can turn the faucet up, bringing in more leads, having her agents take over on those leads and start receiving commission on their behalf, right? So she's able to further separate herself from the actual day-to-day grind, but continue to increase the amount of money she's making. So highly recommend you're investing in lead generation if you're making over 250. You're just less sales volume, more income. Investing in real estate, if you're making over $250,000 being an agent, you need to be investing in real estate. It's going to be your highest after tax return on investment. There's no question. Whether it's commercial property, rental real estate, storage units, you name it, you have insider information. You know what the property is worth. You know whether it's a good deal or a bad deal. You know what it's going to be worth later. You probably even have connections in the real estate construction or renovation space. Not only do you have this insider information to boost profits through your investments, but we can also ramp up and generate losses in those rentals through depreciation, which will actively offset your income of being an agent. It's a really unique opportunity that agents and brokers have. Being labeled as a real estate professional is very advantageous from a tax shelter standpoint. So take advantage of it. We even we have a surgeon who had a stay-at-home spouse, but also was investing in rentals. We got his spouse to be a licensed real estate agent. She does a couple of transactions a year and then manages their rental portfolio. But he's buying 5 rentals a year, which we're ramping up losses on and offsetting his active W-2 income. So you really do have a unique situation when you are a real estate professional to invest in something that can save you so much money in taxes. Trying to think. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then also another thing with this is an investment in your retirement, right? So the right way to think about real estate when you're an agent is it's an opportunity to invest in something that I know a ton about. We're going to reap a lot of benefits from those rentals through depreciation and offsetting your active income. So we're lowering your tax liability. Even if that property cash flow is, a couple $100, or maybe it doesn't even cash flow at all, you're still getting great tax benefits and then funding a retirement. I have a client who's 65. He has 30 rentals. His average equity per rental is $100,000. For the next 30 years, we're just going to refinance one property a year and pull 100 grand out of the property tax free, right? There's no taxes on debt. So as an agent, you're really funding your retirement because you know that this property is going to continue to appreciate. You probably already bought it at a good deal. So when you do hit those retirement years, we can go back, tap into that equity, pull money out tax free. So it's a great opportunity for agents. I really hope that you are investing within real estate. Hiring a business advisor. So at this point, hopefully you're not only hiring a tax planner, but also a business growth advisor, someone you can sit down with on a monthly basis, go over your financial statements, go over your real estate holdings, determine where your spending is getting out of control, determine those highest ROI activities in terms of your time investment and those marketing channels. It's really just to make sure you're spending money in your business where it makes sense, but not going over the top with it, right? This is also where we're sitting down. We're talking about the return on investment with your real estate holdings. How much equity do we have in this property? Can we do a 1031 exchange, get a little bit higher leverage, maybe into, a multifamily unit or a bunch of single family rentals where we can increase our monthly cash flow. It's really this holistic approach that helps our clients not only grow their business, but also grow and preserve their wealth. All the while, we're determining those key performance indicators in your business, tracking your growth trajectory, determining how much we want to invest into real estate versus a 401k, how diversified are you? Looking at cash flow constraints to make sure that you're right. There's a lot of fluctuations in the real estate market, making sure we're projecting those cash flows so we're not going to have a huge dip and have an issue meeting payroll. Anything else with this? I mean, when people are at the 250,000 plus mark, they're usually working with us on a monthly or a quarterly basis, where we're going through, like I said, we're going through the financial statements. We're taking this holistic approach to their real estate holdings. Because I've even had clients come that are real estate investors, and their goal is 10,000 a month in cash flow or whatever it is. And just by looking at the return on equity in their portfolio, with what we already have, we have tremendous opportunity to boost cash flow. So lots we can do here. Hopefully this was helpful for any of you agents that are grossing $250,000 over the last 3 weeks. I really just wanted to do, what I believe real estate agents should be doing when you're making under 100, from 100 to 250 and then 250 plus. We work with our clients all the time on this, and I've actually went through this progression with a handful of clients. So, this is really what I see when I have a new agent come through the door and how we're going to get them from point A to point B. So that's all I had today. As always, if you need anything, be sure to reach out. We're always available. Happy to get on a 30-minute call or whatever it is, to determine, if you'd be a good fit for us, what opportunities I see that you have. Yeah. So if you're interested in getting on a call, go to our website, book a call. Would be happy to talk with you, see what you got going on, and help in any way that we can. Thanks.